Today I'm reviewing It Welcome to Derry. I haven't been online in a couple of days because I've been having the super flu that I made a video about, but I'm back in it now and I'm going to start with the positives. Halloran is so peak. I'm going to get the spoilers, so here's your spoiler warning by here, but Halloran, the character in It Welcome to Derry, is so good. He is literally like, he must be a top 50 character in fiction. That man just did nothing but insano style the entire series, and I really enjoyed him. He went toe to toe with Pennywise in the finale, which I thought was insane. Like we got a glimpse of it in the first, I think the second episode, and I already knew that that man was going to be cooking. One of the tribes people, he went into their mind and just went insano style in there as well, like a proper villain. Yeah, it's nice to see him become like this hero in the end because we know he's in The Shining, but holy, he's so good. And also, we in It Welcome to Derry, there are loads of fears shown, which I think it's more because they have more runtime than the movies, but like they had like such obscure ones that I actually thought were really cool. There's one in I think episode 6 where um snails will get parasites that'll like turn their eyes rainbow to look like caterpillars, and what happens is this girl has that happen because of Pennywise, and she tries like sawing it out, and holy, I really felt like that was fun. Like that was something new. It wasn't even like basic horror where they just do the scary person walking on all fours trope, like stuff like that. It's nice to see them pushing boundaries because I think that's what horror needs to be. You can't keep on doing the same thing, but we are seeing that a lot more often nowadays. So it's nice to have a bit of fresh air. Um, Pennywise also felt like a threat the entire show. There was not a second when you were like, oh, he's gonna live. Apart from like the people you know who survived in the next series, like everyone just felt on death's door all the time. And when that kid died in episode 7, Richie, I was genuinely surprised. I was like, what? And it was really sad as well. It did kind of tug on my heartstrings, and I did really like that. Like you do get connected to the characters, and now I bring it up now. In episode 1, they set up these two characters just to instantly kill them, and doing stuff like that is what you should do in horror. And wow, they did it incredibly in this show. Um, no, not only that, but also Bob Gray, who Pennywise was before the Deadlights, whatever you call it, took over and killed him and took his body. He had such a sad backstory, and just to see him get slimed out makes perfect sense for it to do, and what the series is as a whole. It kind of diverts expectations, like because everyone thought when they saw It Chapter 2 that he was just some weirdo who liked kids or something like that, but to see him actually be like a good honest guy that just loved pleasing everybody and showing some happiness is really great. I like that. Those are my positives out of the way. I could go on for hours, but want to keep this short and sweet. So, moving on to the negatives. Wow, the government are stupid in this show. So, let me give you a quick summary of what the government's trying to do. They're trying to release Pennywise into America so he will kill people and people will be scared again. But also, the government thinks that if they do this, Pennywise won't attack them because I don't know, we're chill. The destroyer of worlds that just slaughtered all your mates doesn't talk to anyone. He doesn't bargain. Like, why are you trusting this man? It's stupid. He's been killing forever. There's obviously a reason he's trapped there. Like, genuinely, I every time the government comes on, you gotta swallow an entire can of nitrous oxide to like follow along with what they're doing and going, well, I guess that makes sense. Like please. They didn't have to be this stupid. There could have been an easier way of putting them in the story without making them absolute goofballs. Um, Also, looking at the deadlights, which is like what Pennywise's actual form is, which is these really bright lights, gave mixed effects all season. Like Bob Gray's daughter meets Pennywise, and he uses the deadlights on her, and she goes like completely insane. She's rolled out in a stroller, you know, into the ambulance, and we don't see her again. She genuinely goes insane from seeing her. Meanwhile, in episode 8, is one of the dads gets hit by the deadlights, and he just kind of walks it off, and Pennywise goes away. Like, what? And you can't be like, oh yeah, but Pennywise lost. That's why a brother, his son was literally just like kind of shooken a little bit, and he was like, whoa, no more deadlights for me. Like, can we at least keep these in bound, like tied? It just didn't make sense to me. Um, Moving on from that though, plot armor did go quite insane this season. Like, there's this one scene in particular where she's running through the corridors of like the sewers, and Pennywise is chasing her, and she meets a dead end. She turns around and she's fearing for her life. Pennywise runs up, and the rock that this guy was holding that can like stop Pennywise, like scare him, was just laying in front of it. It somehow drifted all the way to this corner, but didn't go all the way to the corner or through the grate. It just went perfectly in front of it. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know, sports fans. I don't really see why that's the thing. Um, yeah, that's kind of all my negatives. It's just, it does seem a bit like everything kind of just went in order perfectly. Everything was where the characters needed them all the time, basically. I'm not saying that there weren't problems, because there were, but things just ended up happening well. Like, they were able to fight off the military, like in episode 8. They were all held down, and the guy nods to Halloran, like, I'm like, oh shit, he's gonna use his powers. No, he just punches one of the officers. The other officer is standing there. He doesn't shoot him in time and gets punched too. So that's the best army we've got. Like, holy. And also the building on the government is stupid. The army is stupid in this. Sorry. Um, you are led to believe it's probably just the chief, because he's the one who's like, oh yes, Pennywise can scare America again. He gets mauled to death, and the other army people are like, oh well, we're still gonna have to follow him, I guess. And the guy starts speaking to the army officer, and he's like, you gotta stop. You gotta let us do the thing. And he's like, you're a traitor. Why would I trust you? Why would you trust the clown that has just eaten your superior officer? Like, it's bamboozling to me. But yeah, that's all the negatives I have. I know it's like half and half, but really, I do think the positives outweigh the negatives tenfold in this. It's really good. But yeah, that's kind of all I want to say. If I had to rate it, it would be, I'd give it a good 80%, because I really like this, and I would definitely recommend it to people who are looking for something that's quite scary but also isn't just trying to scare your socks off. Like, it's a really good watch, and I definitely recommend. Anyways, that's it. See ya.